Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see third-year quarterback Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans as they do battle with the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're out to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Month, Patrick Mahomes, bringing out the Kansas City Chiefs. But the Chiefs lost in Week 5 to Indianapolis, a shocker at home. Their first defeat of the season, 4-1 now the Chiefs stand after that 19-13 loss to Indianapolis. Getting back to Mahomes, though, I mentioned AFC Offensive Player of the Month for September, looking to be the first repeat MVP since Peyton Manning back in 03 and 04. But he had his struggles on that Sunday night against Indianapolis. 22 of 39, 321 yards, 1 touchdown. Good numbers for most players, but maybe not for Patrick Mahomes, as this offense scored their fewest points in any game that Mahomes has started in his young career. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, here's McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second down now, it's McCoy, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
In 2018, the Chiefs were looking for help in their offensive line, and they received it from guard Andrew Wiley. A formerly undrafted free agent, he settled in as a mainstay at guard and mauled people on the offensive line. They expect big things out of him in 2019 and beyond.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watson on 3rd down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish him off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
To throw is Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Kansas City's offense coming back onto the field, and they are doing so at 4-1. As we discussed earlier in the broadcast, a really surprising loss in Week 5 at home to Indianapolis, 19-13. And now 2-5 in primetime games the last couple of years. So they haven't been good under the bright lights, which is really where you would assume this crew would excel. But next up, they'll be home again to face the Texans, at the Broncos on a Thursday night, and then home again against Green Bay. So a couple of tough ones in there. And one interesting note, they snapped a streak of 25 straight games with 25 points or more when they only put up 13 against Indianapolis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Many times as we open a game, we talk about guys who are drafted in the first round, but how about the undrafted players? In this case, safety Tashawn Gibson, who's made the most of his time in the NFL, becoming a starter in the league, and since 2012 has 20 interceptions, the most for undrafted players in that time frame.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Get ready.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 23-yard
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Houston Texans getting the football back. This is a Houston Texans team that so far has really had an up-and-down year. They were up in Week 5. We mentioned it earlier. They put up 53 points against the Atlanta Falcons in a 53-32 victory. Will Fuller was excellent in that game. Career-high 14 catches, 217 yards, 3 touchdowns. And that's after he had 183 yards for the first 4 games of the season. So we'll see what Houston team we get going forward. Next up, a tough one at the Chiefs, and then another tough one at Indianapolis before coming back home to the Raiders. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the 45 on second down, Watson, and the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Texans, the 5th team in 2 years for Carlos Hyde, and picked up from the Chiefs on the final day of August this year following the season-ending injury to Lamar Miller. He's formed a nice little tandem with Duke Johnson. Carlos Hyde has. Hyde handling the rushing duties and the goal line work, and Johnson more of the pass catcher out of the backfield. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 37 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. 10th carry now for McCoy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's McCoy. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Yellow. Fire. Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Williams.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. Fells has it, left side. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Check. Walk 54. Stay with your man.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Out of the gun, Watson going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him?
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. On the return, Carter. And now out comes Houston. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They begin the drive with Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike, 53. All right, T, let's go. All right, time to go.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
We're set. 218. Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Over the middle, it's Fells. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Set, 19, check, 53, Mike. Let's get the ball. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Texans push further out in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On play action, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. DJ Reader busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there. A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak. Now Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it. They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half. No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Come on, let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And it's complete to Kelsey. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now McCoy. And McCoy is in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are able to cut into that lead.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Point after, right down the middle. And that trims the lead down to 9. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on. Ah!
Watson on first down. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on second down. Watson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the 50, it's Watson. Complete, it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Butker now to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll go again to McCoy. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm going to run you over.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Here comes Carter. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here now a look at LaShawn McCoy. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 95 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They come out here in the eye. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Mahomes now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carlos Watkins in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Ricky.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Johnson. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's going to be a long. Let him go. Let him go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second down, Hyde looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Set. 19.
From the gun, Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. He gets this one to Johnson. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Fairbairn now. Following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. A gain of 3, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Focus, defense, focus.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Gets this one to Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Bell. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes to throw once more. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start the drive with Hyde, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and 1, Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, D-line, let's get in there,
On 1st and 10, Watson, and he'll find Akins there, complete. Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And an alley to run. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football. But as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards. Great elusiveness and speed. And the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback. But if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Robinson's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with McCoy. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Check 41. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Nicole Hardman there to make the grab, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, it's Johnson. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got Fuller. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 21 yards away. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Yellow, yellow. Go on, Eddie. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Mahomes firing complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
You got it.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes, and it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They come out here in the eye. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. This is McCoy. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Number 53, Mike 53. Watch the run, watch the run. Let's go.
From the end zone, Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Paulson. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. They'll roll him out right. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down now. High. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Check. 19. Check. 53. I got one.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. They go to Johnson again. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it.
Some of the best fan support in the league. They take pride in it. They love their team. They rally around them, good and bad. But when it's good, oh, it is so difficult to come into this place and get a win. From the time they sing the national anthem and finish it with the home of the Chiefs, you're in trouble right from that moment usually.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.